Hi, everyone. Welcome to week 7. This week's class deals with memory, learning, and the brain. And on the surface, that may not sound so interesting, but it's actually one of my favorite sections of this course because the brain is this powerful and amazing tool that God has given us. And it's really incredible, its capacity. And so, right now, if you think about it, you're clearly looking at this screen. You're also hearing my voice, but I imagine there's other things going on around you. Maybe you're in a room, you see a wall, you see a painting, you smell the flowers that are in a vase, you smell dinner cooking. All of those sensory informations are constantly going into your brain. And it's actually a really good thing that you don't remember everything you've seen, smelled, tasted, touched, or felt. People that there are a few humans that have that ability, and it's more of a curse than a blessing. Usually, those of us that have that capacity to remember are almost driven insane by it. And so, what you'll see is that your brain is constantly gathering sensory information, so much so it's almost overwhelming. But what it does is you have a working memory, and so your brain sort of filters out a lot of the stuff that you don't really need to be thinking about. For example, if you're holding a pen right now, there's pressure and touch that you feel on that pen, but I imagine, except for the fact that I just said that to you right now, you weren't really thinking about it. You weren't even really aware of it. It was just there. And that's the way that our brains work. And so that sensory information goes into a working memory, which is what you're really thinking about right now. That stuff that's right there on the tip of your tongue, on the tip of your brain that you're thinking about currently. And then you have a long term memory. And that long term memory is pretty much limitless in size. Your working memory is limited. As you can imagine, you can't think about a million things at once. That's not possible. But psychologists aren't really sure what the limit is on your working memory. In fact, most people believe that there isn't one. And so you work with your working memory and you send things into long term storage that you can retrieve. Now, you may be thinking, well, I know that there's stuff that I probably at one point remembered and put into my long term memory that I can't remember anymore. And that's true. All of us have that. There are things that have happened to you in the past that at one point you probably remembered and no longer can recall. However, what we know about the brain, it seems that those memories have not just left your mind. They're simply locked behind some door that you can't reach. And so we really never forget things. It's just that they kind of get tucked away in some corner of the filing cabinet of our mind, and we've either lost the key or forgot which drawer it was in. So, anyway, I hope you have a fun time kind of learning more about how our minds work and how we learn and the role of memory and also how it impacts education. So, let me know if you have questions. And I know next week is your essay is due. And so by this point, you should probably be focused on a topic and researching and prepping for it. And so if you're struggling or stuck, please don't hesitate to reach out to me immediately because that's going to be a problem if you keep delaying and procrastinating on it. Anyway, let me know if you need help. Talk to you soon.